Hi everyone, and welcome to another lecture of Physiology for Engineers by Professor Gonzalez-Fernandez. Today we are going to look at an overview of the nervous system, and we are going to focus a bit more into the autonomous nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic regulation of the nervous system. So first of all, when we go into the nervous system, we have to understand there are multiple divisions of the nervous system that are going to facilitate us to learn what each part does in our body. So first of all, we have the central nervous system, or CNS. So this is composed by our brain here and also the spinal cord. And then we have the peripheral nervous system, which is all the nerves that are outside the central nervous system, and that they are going to send data into the central nervous system and also receive data from the central nervous system. So in the peripheral nervous system, we have two subdivisions. So first of all, we have all the motor, right? Okay, so these are the motor subdivision. So this is all the neurons that are going to bring information from the central nervous system into every organ and every muscle in our body, right? So this motor nervous system is, or part of the peripheral nervous system, is formed by the efferent, very important, efferent neurons. Okay, and they are efferent because they are going to bring all the information from the central nervous system in our peripheral tissues. And also we have a second division of the peripheral nervous system, which is the sensory. Okay, so the sensory is very important. This is done by the afferent. Okay, so this is done by the afferent neurons, and the sensory nervous system is going to bring the signals from the receptors in our body. They are going to bring those signals back into the central nervous system, so the central nervous system can process those signals and organize a response against them. Okay, so then the motor nervous system, we are going to focus a bit more into the motor part of the peripheral nervous system. So this motor part is going to be subdivided as well in other two categories. Okay. So in this motor nervous system, we are going to have the somatic subdivision, and we are also going to have the autonomic subdivision. Okay, so the somatic part of the motor nervous system is going to innervate all the muscles and the skeletal muscles in our body. So for example, where we are pinching our fingers or flexing, it's going to be done by the efferent neurons of the somatic nervous system. So this is for voluntary movements, okay? But then in our body, there are also a lot of different movements and a lot of different different processes that are happening that are not voluntary. And those are involuntary, and these are controlled by the autonomic subdivision of the peripheral motor system. So these are, for example, what happens in the heart, what also happens in the lungs here, in the kidneys, right? So the autonomic nervous system, because it innervates or is going to control what happens here in our internal organs, is also called visceral nervous system. Okay, and then a further difference. So this is going to innervate the skeletal muscle. Okay, but the autonomic nervous system is going to innervate the cardiac muscle, the smooth muscle, and also the different glands in our body. Okay, so this autonomic nervous system is also going to be subdivided into categories that are going to be the sympathetic, and the parasympathetic divisions of the nervous system. So we are going to look a bit more into this in depth for this class today, okay? Because then the somatic nervous system and innervation of the skeletal muscle, we are going to look at it more in detail when we talk about the skeletal muscle and the movement. Okay, so give me a sec that I delete this. Okay, so we're going to